Welcome back to the next episode of Same Page and Books. I'm Josh.
And I'm Tyler.
And today we're going to be talking about lies. So why little lies we all tell and that everyone knows, are they lies? Who knows? So the first question is, what's a lie people say that instantly lets you know they're lying?
That's a good one.
I can think of so
You
many.
have, yeah, go
I
ahead.
think of so many. I'm 5 minutes away. Yes. If you're actually close, I can see your location and I'll know if you're actually 5 minutes away. Or you'll just say here. If somebody says they're 5 minutes away or, oh, I'm on my way, don't believe it. Not for a second. Also, another one, really big one is, oh, I wasn't on my phone or I didn't see it. Lies. Everyone's on your phone. Even like somebody that is pretty good at not being on their phone like you. See, you have your rev receipts on. So I actually believe you if you say, oh, I don't see it. Not a lot of people do that because they don't want to be like, oh, I ignored them and they try to play it off. But like if I send you a text, there's no way you didn't feel that buzz or get that notification. Like, you know you got a notification. Everyone checks their phone probably multiple times an hour. So if they say, I didn't see it, I know they're lying. Hate it. What do you think?
Those are good ones. I've definitely been guilty of that I'm 5 minutes away. And
Oh, I know.
Not even close.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't know that I would like consider this to be a lie, but I think it's like a lie adjacent. It's like when somebody asks you to go out and they're like, maybe we'll see. That's like my go-to line,
It's a good
and
one.
maybe
It's a
we'll
good
see
one.
is definitely like usually a no, but you leave it just like kind of unsure enough that it might be a yes. But that's why I say I think it's kind of a lie, because typically it means no, you just don't want to like come out and say no.
That's real. It's a good one. I don't like it. I don't, especially being on the receiving end of it, but it's a good one.
I'm thinking more about that. I'm honestly thinking of like my own lies, and then I'm like, do I want to expose that?
That's okay. This is a safe space. All right. Next one is I fell asleep the most overused lie of all time, or is there a worse one?
It's definitely up there. But to me, like, I don't even really consider that a lie, because, you know, like, you hear influencers and scientists, and, like, I think this is pretty well backed up, of saying, like, you should be off of your phone an hour before bed and an hour after you wake up. And to me, like, sometimes I'll say that, but it's more like at a certain point in the night, like, the night is mine. I don't want to have to communicate with other people. Like, I might as well be knocked, because I'm not talking to anyone at this point. Like, this is my night, and whether I'm asleep or not, like, this is my downtime and relaxed time. So in that sense, like, I think it's used a lot by people who are like, they just don't want to talk to anybody anymore. And, like, their night's over, and maybe they're not physically asleep, but for all intents and purposes, like, they're cut off from the world at this point, you know?
I do agree. I think it is the most overused and honestly a great lie. Because you can't get mad at me if I fall asleep. I'm sorry, I was just so overwhelmed and exhausted by my day or from working out or whatever that I just knocked out. You can't get mad.
Right.
But I can admit I have done that. Like, there have been times where like somebody wants to go out and I'm just like, do I really want to go drink? No. Do I really want to stay up super late when I probably have stuff I could do in the morning or start my day off on a great note rather than being hungover? I'm sorry, I'm knocked out. Or sometimes, like, if somebody texts me or calls me, but I know it's just about drama. Not saying that I wouldn't show up for my friends or family, but, like, you know it's, like, a repeat of something that happens all the time. Granted, sometimes it can be entertaining, so then I'll pick it up. But if it's, like, dang, like, my boy is tripping about some girl that has made it abundantly clear she does not want him. Or my friend is so toxic that he can't even see it, but will go back and forth with me until I agree with him, not to air anybody out or name names, but I think some people know who I'm talking about. I'm asleep. I'm sorry, I'm asleep. And in reality, I'm not asleep. I'm probably watching Netflix, hanging out with somebody else, or like playing the game. But I'm asleep for them. I'm sorry, because it gets exhausting. So it makes sense why people overuse, oh, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not like a hard lie to get mad at.
Yeah.
Like, even the one that you said that's like a lie adjacent, like, maybe we'll see, you can kind of get mad, or you can be like, oh, you didn't like keep me updated. Or you could have, like, you said maybe, I thought it was yes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm asleep, I'm asleep. You can't get mad at me because I can't respond.
Fair. That's very fair.
I'm a big fan of that one. I haven't been using it a lot recently. I've been just saying the truth, which that's so much fun. But I mean, I'm asleep is a good one.
Okay.
Next one is, what's a lie you tell that you don't even feel guilty about anymore?
I haven't done this with my current job yet, but definitely like in the past, especially when I was in school and like working in restaurants and stuff, I used to call out and say I was sick all the time and I just needed a day off. Like, and I felt zero guilt about that because like I wasn't physically sick, but there was no way I was going to be like, hey, I'm swamped with a bunch of essays and I have practice later and like I just have no time. Like I just can't come into work. So I didn't feel guilty about that, but I definitely called out a couple times saying I was I'm so sick. Well, just had other stuff I needed to get done.
That's real. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. I think when I was like subbing like all the time, where it was like my main source of income, like especially in grad school, I'd be like, I have to leave early, I have a meeting, or I have to leave early, like I have a doctor's appointment. Or I have to leave early, like I have class, or I really have to go because I have to study for this exam. And I would just spam those four, but really the doctor's appointments, meeting, and I have class. What are they gonna say? Oh, you can't go to the doctor. You have a meeting. Maybe it's an interview, or he has got another job, or you're going to school. We can't tell you not to go to school when you're like helping us with kids. So like I would spam that all the time, and they just loved me because I was so good with the kids. I'd get paid for the full day, but I would leave early. Sometimes like I would show up for 2 hours, get paid for the whole day. And I was like, wow, you really like me. But I don't like
or
the
they were
school
worried
enough.
that you were sick.
They really were worried. Like, wow, he's going to the doctor so much. He really needs this. And like, yeah, I needed the money because I was broke, grad student, but I didn't want to be there, and I needed to go with something. It'd only be on like the days where the kids were just like bad, where like there was a fight, and I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I was like, yeah, I gotta go.
I used to do like my first server job was right around the time that like COVID was a thing. So my excuse was like, yeah, like somebody I know was exposed to COVID, and like
that's good.
I want to get tested before I come into work. You know, I don't want to.
So good. That is so good.
That would buy you like a day or two, and then
you're creative too.
Got a test. I'm negative. No worries.
That's genius. I like that.
But you can't really use it anymore.
You can't use the COVID one, and honestly, it's probably just bad in general, just to be lying to your job.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be like, oh, we can trust this guy, but you're constantly lying to him. Probably not the best look.
Fair.
So, glad we don't do that anymore. Unless, but. And then, last but not least, is, would you rather date someone who's brutally honest, or someone who tells nice lies?
Probably brutally honest. Because then when like you do get a compliment, it means that much more. Like you can be really, really secure in the fact that like you did something well, or they actually very much appreciate something about you because they're going to be honest with you all the time, whether it's positive or negative.
I agree, but I have like some little minor details and little asterisks that I'd like to add. I'd want anyone that I'm surrounded with, especially whoever I'm in a relationship with, and we see a potential future and all that, and married. Like, I'm just thinking about my wife. I want them to be brutally honest with me, and I want them to be transparent with me. But I'm also a believer, ignorance is bliss. Either tell me everything all at once, or don't tell me at all.
Everything all at once.
Yeah. Like, I can admit that I've done it before. That's why I don't like it. And I've been on the receiving end on both ends. I would rather somebody tell me everything all at once rather than they tell me one thing and then like 2 months later I find out so much more.
Like when you say tell me everything, you mean like all the problems they have with you?
Not even their problems with me, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like, certain things from the past. I don't think you need to share everything from the past, but I do want to know some things, or especially if it can affect me in some degree. Because when I'm thinking of lying or them being brutally honest or a nice lie, I don't want like even like I don't want any lies of omission included.
Okay.
Like if, for instance, I go out to some bar with my girl, and then I meet some dude, I'm just like, yo, he's really cool. Then I find out like 2 months later, oh yeah, we used to be a thing. Kill me now. Nah, I'd rather you had told me before we even got there, or you would have told me in that moment, rather than me being all buddy-buddy with some dude that had been with you. That would bother me.
But I wouldn't consider that to be honest if the two of you showed up.
No. But I would want them to be brutally honest with me in that moment and be like, listen, I just saw we're about to go in some space where I have a past with somebody. Because I've done that and I've made it clear, listen, we're going someplace I have a past with somebody. Right. I don't want you to feel blindsided or anything like that. Right. I feel like that was respectful, good, because if I hadn't said anything, they would probably be like, oh. But I would be bothered if that happened to me.
Right.
So I would want the same. Or just don't say anything at all. And I just have my ignorance, and I'm just like,
right,
cool dude. And I wouldn't even think much of it. So I would prefer brutally honest. I don't want the nice lies, because I think you're right. If they're brutally honest, those comments or things that they really mean that are nice, it'll hit a lot different compared to like a nice lie. Like, if you can see I just got out of bed, I'm wearing my bonnet, let's say like I got like a bunch of acne or something and I'm not looking good, and it's like, babe, you look so good, I'd be like, you fucking lying. Like, I don't want to hear that. I'd rather they be like, this isn't your best look, but I know you're top 2 and you're not 2. I would want to hear something like that, and I'd be like, all right, I just gotta put that on, and then we know what's going down. So, brutally honest is the word.
Fair. I agree. I 100% agree. I think. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't have any more to add.
Nothing more to add?
No, I'm good.
Well,
I agree. Brutally honest.
brutally honest, no more lies.
Yep. I want to know all of it. Just hit me with it.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you subscribe and don't lie to your people you care about. All right, bye.
Absolutely. Peace.